This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, y'all. We got to get right into it, man. Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. They were going back and forth today on trying to figure out who's better between LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. Here's the truth of the fact of the matter. Max Kellerman had the underlying points that really set the tone and really put everything over the top in terms of the differential between Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. What is that differential? Kawhi Leonard is a 67% NBA Finals average performer. LeBron James is a 33.3% NBA Finals average performer. Last year, that has to be talked about. Going into this year, all of these underlying things are things that need to be addressed. When you look at Kawhi Leonard and you look at what he's been able to bring to the table, Kawhi Leonard won the NBA Finals last year. Where was LeBron James last year in that same position? He didn't even make the playoffs in the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. He didn't make the playoffs. He was bounced out of the playoffs. This is a guy that everyone said that you can just give him a hobbit and he would go into the playoffs. Let me say it again. You would give him a hobbit and he would just go to the playoffs. And what did we find out? LeBron James can't do that. What we found out is that Kawhi Leonard, the player that he is able to take things to the next level. Kawhi Leonard is a superstar of epic proportions and epic magnitudes. There's only one guy that stands in between Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James, and his name is Kevin Durant. He is the guy that is unquestionably the best player in the game. But as we know, we're going through a current global pandemic, an epidemic right now that has halted everything. But what can't be halted is the mind of NBA fans erroneously thinking that LeBron James, a 33.3% NBA Finals averager, is better than Kawhi Leonard. It took LeBron James 9 times to win 3. Kawhi Leonard in 3 attempts won 2. Do the math, folks. What simple math are you not understanding here? A guy went a third of the time and almost won as much as LeBron James. Could you imagine if Kawhi Leonard had 9 attempts of going to the NBA Finals? How many titles would he have? You dodo heads. You brain full of mush and you brainwash followers. This is why I keep saying LBJ apologists, LBJ riders, LBJ brigade, LBJ stance. You guys need to be knocked down at your truest and your most properest levels. Again, let me rewind that because I need to marinate the corpus callosum and the cerebellum. Hear me? Hear me? Wow. How can you sit there and justify in your brain a guy that went 9 times and only won 3? 9 attempts and could only deliver 3 in a fraction. That is 33.3%. How is that better than a guy that went only 3 times but won 2? Now imagine if he had 9 attempts. I really want you guys to visualize and imagine this in your brain. Ask yourself that fundamental question. Really, I want to know in the comment section. If Kawhi Leonard went to the NBA Finals 9 times, what would be unquestionably and unequivocally his NBA Finals average? Would it be 3 for 9? And I want you to be honest with yourself. I'm talking about stack the deck up, take LeBron out of the equation, put Kawhi Leonard with those teams that LeBron James had. Because that's the only way you can fairly assess the situation. Again, let me say it again. Take LeBron out of the equation and put Kawhi Leonard with those teams that LeBron James had. And ask yourself, would Kawhi Leonard be 3 for 9 with those same teams? Would Kevin Durant be 3 for 9 with those same teams? Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard has not had the luxury of having the teams that LeBron James has had. But yet both of them are 2 for 3 in NBA Finals average. They both are 67 percentile in NBA Finals average performance, whereas LeBron James is 33.3%. Now I gotta do the math here. And as you guys are doing the math, you will see something is not fundamentally adding up. And you want to know what it is that's not adding up? What's not adding up is the fact that LeBron James is not what you guys think that he is. That's the facts. When a guy goes to the NBA Finals 9 times and only delivers 3, something is fundamentally wrong with that. But people say, oh, you look hating and you look trolling on LeBron. I don't have time to do all of this stuff, man. I don't even know LeBron James like that for me to hate on LeBron. I'm just stating the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truths. And in truth-telling fashion, a guy going somewhere 9 times and only delivering 3, have a fundamental problem with that. That's under 50% NBA Finals average. Is an abysmal and an atrocious percentage. How can people not see that? We've been taught in schools that anything below 50% is not even mediocre. It's atrocious. Let me say it again. We've been taught in school that anything below 50% is not even mediocre. It's atrocious. So if that's the case, right, that's atrocious, then why are we fathoming our brains and telling ourselves that that's something that's credible? Come on, you Ruby boy, you pump on brains. Come on, you classic Dolce, you troglodytes. Come on, you ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Stop the nonsense. Kawhi Leonard is a better basketball player than LeBron James. That's bar none. And if you're judging it based on what we have last seen, because that's how sports in general is judged off. What have you done for me lately? Kawhi Leonard lately has shown more heavyweight lifting than LeBron James. And if you're being honest with yourself and using what we call a true NBA eye test, then you're telling that at its truest and its most proper levels. Now that's the truth of the fact of the matter. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.